Good morning. Happy Monday. And welcome to Monday morning meditation for non-meditators with Peaceful Nik. I'm so glad you're all here, whether you're watching the live or you're watching the replay. I welcome you in. I welcome you into this place where we are trying to find calm in the chaos. We live in a very chaotic time, and I just want to acknowledge that, and that everyone here has very busy schedules, has very busy lives, and I know that it's not always easy to make time to pop in here on a Monday morning. But if you are here, I welcome you, whether, again, you are watching the live or the replay. I appreciate you being here. Hello, Vivian. Hello, Wisdom Seeker. Hello, everyone. Pop in and say hi if you are here. I will go through just a couple of announcements and then we'll get started right away. Join the book club. This is free and open to everyone. The next session for chapter 5 will be October 11th. As I've stated before, I am traveling this week. So if you would like to join the book club, watch. I'll be streaming here live. Oh, I have to add my Facebook. Sorry about that, Facebook people. I will be live on YouTube, Facebook, and if you want to join on Zoom, I will post the link for Zoom when the day gets closer. This is open to the public. Anybody is welcome to join. A New Earth is a very spiritual book. It changed my life. I have read it dozens of times and I'm reading it again. And each time I read it, I learn new things. So hello and welcome in. If you are, hello, Holly. If you are just starting your spiritual journey or you wish to continue your spiritual journey, A New Earth is a great way to be able to deal with humans. I'll say humans are challenging, right? This world is challenging, and that's why I do the Monday morning meditation. So welcome in. You can also learn mediumship on your own for a very inexpensive price. We have Mediumship 101 and how to become your own medium. Links are below. You can get the paperback or the digital copy. Very, very budget-friendly way to learn mediumship. Learn at your own pace. Always have access to me to answer questions as well. You can always email me. I have a QR code in one of the corners. It moves around, does what it wants. That goes directly to my website if you want to just check anything out. Also, my $49 spiritual guidance or card readings are available. I had to add more dates because it was like selling like hotcakes. So if you need a 30-minute one-on-one Zoom session with me, Peaceful Nik, book that now before the spaces fill up because it does end at the end of October. I'm only one person and I can only do so many. And my curls are making me a little crazy. I can't. So anyway, what do we do? What do we do in a world of chaos? Hello, hello, hello. I'm so glad you guys are all here. So today's subject for meditation and how to deal with this world is, it's crazy out there, right? Let me know in the chat what you are struggling with today. What is your challenge today? Is it the news? Is it your family? Is it your friend? Is it your spouse? Who's driving you crazy and making you feel chaotic? Let me know in the chat, or just say hello and let me know how the weather is. Where I am, it's still 85 to 90 degrees and full humidity. So I'm psyched about that. Not a big fan of the heat. I am a big fan of coffee. I don't get paid by these people. I just have the cups. So number one, when we are living in a chaotic world, we have to acknowledge that we are living in chaos. So also, interestingly, one of the points in this book that for book club is becoming aware. When you become aware of what's happening, it starts to fade into the back. You don't get as upset about it. Wisdom Seeker said, trying to quiet the political noise. And that is exactly why I started these Monday morning meditations. That's the exact reason, because it's constant chaos, absolutely constant chaos. And it's designed that way. So if you acknowledge that it is designed that way and turn off the news, limit the creators you follow on social media who talk about it, limit your time on social media. I can only watch a couple minutes a day, and that's it, because I am a very sensitive person. And the noise, the political chaos makes me very upset. So I have to limit it very much. I used to watch it all day, every day for many years, and that's just not going to happen for me anymore. So once you acknowledge that chaos is going to be, hi, Mandy. Right. It's only Monday because we label it as Monday. And this is a really good point. I know you said LOL after that, but we have been programmed by society, by our families, by everything in our world. We've been programmed for so many things. And one of those things of the many is Monday. Ugh. There, remember Garfield? I hate Mondays. Well, Garfield didn't have a reason to hate Mondays. He was a cat. He didn't know it was Monday. So if you change the label, and I think Mondays for people, because I know Mandy works a Monday through Friday job. When it's Sunday night, people get this anxious feeling, oh, I got to go to work tomorrow. Like, nobody likes going to their job. Most people don't. So, there might be a few people, but most people just don't want the grind, right? So we label it as Monday. And if we acknowledge, okay, it's just another day at work, if we start to acknowledge it and become aware that we make this stress in our mind. I had a job once where I was like, oh, I don't want to go every Monday, blah, blah, blah. And then once I got there, I was fine. And had I shifted that perspective, it would have been a lot easier for me. But I didn't know that I could do that, because we don't know how much power we have. We have the power to change our perspective on any situation just by acknowledging it and becoming aware of it. I have another friend who is going through some family stuff, and they have been programmed to be, I guess they make me feel like their family has their thumb on their head, metaphorically. And that if they don't do what the parental figures of the family say, and this woman is 50 years old, if she doesn't do what her parents tell her, she has this terrible feeling. But you have to acknowledge that you're a grown adult taking care of yourself, and you don't have to do what they say anymore. Right? You never did once you moved out of the house 30 years ago. Acknowledge it. Look at the big picture. Look at the reality. We're so programmed by the people in our lives. Zoom out. Look at the reality. You don't have to do what people expect of you. You can change your whole life. Vivian said, getting out of bed, needing to go into the office, and being bombarded with other people's problems. Yes, acknowledge. And she said, I've always used Garfield to describe my mood for Monday all my life. Yeah. Mondays. Okay. So acknowledge what is happening. That's the first step. Acknowledge the chaos. And that can change our entire perspective. It is normal to feel overwhelmed by constant noise, news, social media, daily stress. I've got people working in the neighborhood making a bunch of noise. They tend to always start it right as I'm about to go live. You're not alone feeling this way. Many people have all of these feelings of overwhelm. And so you are not alone. So next point, why does the noise affect us so deeply? Well, Let me know. What do you think? What do you think why it's affecting us so deeply? Good morning, Kelly. Glad you're here. Yeah, wisdom seeker, I don't know. I was thinking that how do they time it so perfectly? I don't know. And it just I don't know. I don't know. It's crazy. So why does the noise in the world affect us so deeply? Let me know what you think. Um, if you grew up in a chaotic home environment, you can some people are comforted by the chaos. And that could be the very reason why we're living in a chaotic world where half the people are cheering for the chaos and into the chaos, and they're like, yay, chaos, it's terrible, let's be hateful and awful and terrible and do the worst things possible. And the other half are just like gripped in this constant stress, and your cortisol levels are just spiking through the roof. There's two different sectors, right? There are the people who enjoy the chaos and the people who are like gripped in anxiety from the chaos. And so it's like growing up in a dysfunctional family. You either choose to do the same thing as your dysfunctional family does and repeat the pattern, or you choose to leave the dysfunctional family and try to make your life better. Now, that choice is hard because the dysfunctional family tries to pull you back in. Pull you back in. Let's see. Sergina Kilby says exactly the timing and the volume. Exactly. Yes. And Vivian said, grew up with lots of screaming at home. I desperately seek quiet spaces. Yes, I grew up in a very loud and chaotic family, and I really, really enjoy when my home is very quiet and peaceful. Mangled said, morning all. I have to leave in 20 minutes, lurking while getting Esther ready. Good luck today, everyone. Awesome. Don't forget to hit that like button, share, and subscribe. And the fabulous affordable memberships as well. Yes, I do offer channel memberships if anyone is interested. I do live streams for members only, and I am going to be creating members only content as well. I'm just trying to figure it all out. Mangled said, cycle breaker strong right here. Hold the line, do what's right. Yes, same cycle breaker. Very important to break the cycle. Vivian says, my soul smiles nowadays when it's quiet and peaceful in my own space, 40 minutes away from the closest family member. Yeah, you want to be sometimes close, but not too close, close enough in case of an emergency. All right, so we have to think about, why does the noise affect us? Why does the noise affect us? So when external chaos is going on, we can either follow it, like I said, and become that, or go in the other direction and become peace. The chaos triggers our nervous system into a fight or flight mode. That happens to me. Chaos makes me crazy. I can't stand it. You can, however, take that outside chaos and take 3 deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth, and try to limit the blood pressure spike, the anxiety, the heart rate increase. When you're in a chaotic place and you're not doing well, just pause. First, remember, acknowledge, and then take 3 deep breaths. Acknowledge, take 3 deep breaths, stay in the moment and say, I'm safe. Hopefully you'll be in a physically safe environment that you can leave when the time is right. But say you're at the grocery store and it's just loud and the kids are screaming and somebody dropped a pickle jar and the glass went everywhere, and the lady in front of you is writing a check and the guy behind you is, talking crazy, and you're just like, just take a moment, take 3 deep breaths. Take 3 deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. and it will reset your system. Okay, so 3 deep breaths. What is Peaceful Nik? What was the name of your book? My book, the books I wrote, the links are in the show notes. I don't know if you can see them, Sergina, on Facebook. They should be on there. But Beginner's Mediumship and How to Become Your Own Medium, they are on Amazon. Both of these are on Amazon. And look at the show notes on Facebook and see if you can see them there. The Amazon link and the digital link are both there. Make sure if you want the paperback, that is Amazon. My website is digital, so paperback, Amazon. Thank you for asking. Hi, Lori. Yay, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Everybody say happy birthday to Lori. Click like, Lori, say happy birthday. I'm so glad you're here for your birthday. So what is next? Sergina, if you can't find it, let me know and I'll put the links in the chat. Okay. Happy birthday. Yay. All right. So the noise affects us because we want peace on the inside, right? And then we have the power of intention. So the next point is the power of intention. So what is that about? Being calm begins with a choice. All of this is about a choice. You can choose peace. We forget, it's going to make me cry. We forget that we can choose peace. We forget that we can choose to move away from chaotic environments, chaotic people. We can choose to make our lives peaceful. We can choose. We have so many more choices than we know we have. So it's important to understand, acknowledge, and accept you have so many more choices. And you know what blows my mind the most? I deal with clients all day, every day, all week in so many different types of readings and conversations. What blows my mind is how people who are 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 years old sometimes are still embroiled in this notion that they have to be so attached to family, friends, partners who are controlling them in so many different ways. And they're so conditioned to think they have to stay in that space of I don't have a choice. We all have choices. Sometimes the choices take us a little longer to get to, and that's okay. Sometimes we have to make a bunch of decisions in our life and make a plan that may take a year or 2 or 5 years, and that's okay. But make a plan to navigate any controlling situation where you feel trapped. For me personally, feeling trapped is my biggest trigger. I cannot stand to feel trapped. It makes me crazy. So anytime I feel trapped in any way, shape, or form, I want to fight or flight. I'm a fight or flight. I want to go fly out. I cannot stand to feel that way. Now, is that healthy? Probably not. But me, I'll tell you anything. All right. So calm begins with a choice. We have choices. Seek peace instead of absorbing chaos, and set an intention as your anchor throughout the practice. So if you want to get out of some type of situation, remember it could take a year, 5 years, whatever it's going to take to change your situation where you feel this chaotic, negative environment maybe. Set an intention to anchor you throughout this plan, right? My intention is to not be in a chaotic environment, and then plan accordingly. And then we have breath as a reset button, which I've talked about many times. Let's see. Hi, Kelly. Um, Vivian says society and people closest to us always tell us we can't do this, we can't do that. I totally agree with you, Nik. It's very transformative when we realize how much power we have within each of us. It is life changing when you realize, oh crap, I don't have to listen to those people. I pay my own bills. I'm a grown ass woman or man or whatever. I don't have to fall under their spell. There are people in our lives that put us under spells and trap us, really. Um, and Lori says, "Me too. I usually swing away." All right, click that like button if you are on either platform. Everybody say happy birthday to Lori. All right. We can use our breath as a reset button. It's always available. And when you have gratitude, when you make your gratitude list, if you don't have anything else you think you can be grateful for, you're grateful for your breath. If you are watching this video, you're watching it on some type of electronic device, phone, computer, television, be grateful for that. Be grateful for the electricity and the internet connection. So I'm just little tips and tricks here. Our breath is always available. It instantly grounds and regulates us. 3 deep breaths shift your entire state. It resets your nervous system. So 3 deep breaths, 3 deep breaths. Vivian says, my attitude now is just watch me when they discount my abilities. That's right. I've heard this saying before, success is the best revenge. You don't have to tell anybody that you're going to be successful. Just watch, right? Just people will stalk you and watch on your social media, and they won't comment and they won't click like. You don't even know they're there and they're behind the scenes. And then all of a sudden you're doing something amazing. Let them see it. You don't have to be arrogant about it. You know they're already secretly stalking you. Kelly said, my husband grew up in a chaotic household and I grew up in a peaceful, structured home. Trying to balance my home can be a struggle, to say the least. Yes, it is. It's a big challenge when you and your partner come from 2 very different environments, because there are things about him you probably took years to understand, and you probably are still in the process of trying to understand his idiosyncrasies and his personality, because he grew up in such a different environment than you. And he probably doesn't understand your personality traits, where you grew up in a safe environment. He grew up in a chaotic environment, and it will take many years for you guys to unpack all of that. And so I think it's wonderful that you can bring to him this sense of peace, but also be aware and open enough to understand that he has probably a lot of fears. And if he probably could be a little more vulnerable with you over time, so you can understand why he does little things, and you're like, I don't understand why he does that, right? It's a process. Lori said, just do it. Look what it did for Nike. Oh, that's funny. Just do it. Kelly said, you're absolutely right on point. It's been 40 years and still unpacking. Yep. My husband and I will be married 30 years in May, and still unpacking every single day. Every day there's something new to talk about or explore. It's a process. So breath is a reset button, and you can also create a safe space. So a physical space. My office here is my safe space. This is my sanctuary. I create a safe space in my entire home, actually, but this is my real place of, I feel so wonderful in my office. I have all of my little mediumship trinkets. I've got my lotus flowers. I've got my tarot cards hanging on the wall here. I've got my baby Yoda, or my Yoda. He's so wise. I've got an angel right here. These are just little things people have given me over the years. So I have my crystal ball. I have all of my wonderful things here. So even if you have a corner of a bedroom that you make your own, for you to feel safe in, do it. It's very important to have a place, your own little sanctuary. It's not about trying to escape your family or whatever. It's about taking ownership of your energetic environment, creating a place of peace for you, calm and peace for you. And then witness, don't absorb. This is a big one. There's a lot of chaos in the world. It's okay to witness it, but don't absorb it. And I heard this tip a long time ago, many years ago. And I don't remember where I saw it. It might have been on Oprah, it might have been a guru on there. I'm not sure who. They said, when you are in a negative or toxic environment for any period of time, 5 minutes or 5 years, put a shield of mirrors around you, all the way around, 360. Those mirrors should face away from you. And so any negativity coming towards you gets reflected back out, and you're protected so the negativity can't come past the mirror. And let me tell you, I don't know if it's the placebo effect or what, but I worked with a very toxic woman probably 15, 20 years ago. I worked with a very toxic woman. I mean, toxic. And I started doing that. And after a couple of days, she never bothered me again. I didn't say a word to her. I just put up my mirrors around me and everything was fine. It was like a miracle. Body awareness also is important. Our body holds tension. You can take a hot bath. You can get a massage if you're into that type of thing. You can take a hot shower. Water really neutralizes negative energy. You can ask, your partner to, if you have a partner, to rub the shoulders and get the tension out. It's really important to be aware of your body and where it's holding the stress and try to resolve that issue. Protect your energy is also very important. Again, with the mirrors and the boundaries, I'm always talking about boundaries. Do not let people cross your boundaries. Not all energy is yours to carry. Visualize your shield of mirrors, an aura of light, a big blue bubble, whatever it is for you, and release anything that's not serving you. Just a mat. So if you had a conversation, let's say with your mom this morning, and it made you mad, take that conversation and release it. Throw it out of your body. Just don't hold it in your body. Because when you hold the stuff in your body, it makes you sick. Your cortisol levels go up. You get inflammation. You get diseases. Don't hold something that doesn't belong to you. Mel Robbins says, let them, right? Watch her stuff. She's amazing. Let them be who they are. People show you who they are, but don't hold their stuff in your body or in your mind at all. Let's see. Gratitude. So I've talked a lot about saying 5 things you're grateful for every morning before you get out of bed, before you look at your phone, before you turn on the TV, whatever it is you do in the morning, before you lift your head off the pillow, take some deep breaths and say 5 things you're grateful for. And I've said it a million times. I say, I'm so grateful for my bed. I'm so grateful for my pillows. I'm so grateful for the sun coming through. It changes your perspective and it changes how your day starts when you wake up with gratitude, because then you start noticing more things to be grateful for throughout the day. Start with gratitude every morning. It's very calming. So then we focus more on positive things than negative things. One small little thing you're grateful for can transform your state of mind. Maybe somebody you love wrote a Post-it note that said, "Have a nice day." Simple, takes 5 seconds. Be grateful for it. It doesn't have to be some big expensive tiara or a castle somebody bought you. Be grateful for the simple things. And the calm isn't about waiting for the world to be quiet. It's about cultivating the stillness within you. And with practice, you can access this inner calm anytime, no matter what is happening around you. Now, I want to say this takes practice. This isn't something that suddenly one day, all of a sudden, you're just like cured of every problem you've ever had because you've been calm. This takes practice, consistency, acknowledgement that you're going to do this, being aware. This is a practice for life. It's a life hack for trying not to get absorbed into the chaotic environment that is being created around us. We can hack out of it, right? Like computer hackers, we can hack our life to not be in this chaotic environment and get absorbed into the chaos. We can set ourselves apart. And the more people who set themselves apart from the chaos, the better off we are all going to be. You'll be better individually. And then as a group, as a community, we will continue to improve the lives of ourselves and everyone around us. And then that will spread. So the world is not going to be quiet. It is not going to happen. It's going to be chaotic. Oh, thank you, Lori. Oh yeah, the skull is new. And my crow painting. I don't know if you can see the crow, but there's a crow on the moon. The painting I made, this I got yesterday. I have some other new stuff. I got a little skull because it's about to be spooky season. It's almost October. So I've got this little skull candle. I've got I don't know if you can see that's a frame of bones around a black candle. So I have some new spooky stuff coming in. Let's see. Kelly said, "You're absolutely right on point. It's been 40." Oh, okay. I said that earlier. Sorry. I'm a little behind. Ray said, "I started listening to brown noise when I get stressed or can't sleep. It can create a space when you can't get any." Yeah. So I've never heard it called brown noise. I've heard it called white noise, but there's a whole bunch of stuff here on YouTube that there's a million different types of videos with beautiful imagery and sounds that are very calming. Are you guys ready to meditate? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? So I'm going to walk you through. Welcome in, Ray. I'm glad you're all here. I'm going to walk you through a meditation. There will be periods of silence. Use those periods of silence to breathe, center yourself. If you are driving or busy or in a chaotic place right now, please pause the video and watch it when you can. It'll be about a 5 or 6 minute meditation. So get in a comfortable position and we will get started. Okay. Are you ready? Okay. So sit comfortably. I like to move my neck around and move my shoulders just to kind of wiggle anything out that's kind of stuck in my body. So we're going to set an intention. I want you to take 3 deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. And on any of the exhales, you can close your eyes. Okay. One deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Again. Last breath. And we want to set the intention to block out the noise around us and reconnect with the calm within. Continue breathing normally. With every inhale, you invite peace. With every exhale, you release tension. With every inhale, you invite peace. With every exhale, you release tension. With every inhale, you invite peace. With every exhale, you release tension. Imagine you are in a safe, quiet place. It could be a gentle, lit room, a peaceful forest, or simply a circle of protective light around you. In this space, no outside chaos can disturb your calm. If distracting thoughts appear, don't fight them. Imagine them as clouds drifting across the sky. Acknowledge them and let them float away. When that thought comes in, let it float away. Now I want you to relax your forehead, unclench your jaw, and soften your shoulders. Let your arms, chest, and belly release any tightness. Feel your legs grounded and connected to the earth beneath you. Continue breathing regularly. In your mind's eye, choose something to focus on. It may be a word like peace, a soft golden light, or just the rhythm of your breath. Breathe and focus. Imagine a shield of light surrounding you, keeping out the noise, the chaos, or any energy that does not belong to you. Continue breathing and bring awareness to this moment, to the breath, the body, and the stillness. Silently name one thing that you are grateful for right now, and let that gratitude expand in your heart. Continue breathing, holding on to the calm you've created. Remember, this peaceful place within is always available to you. As you continue breathing, let's come back into our bodies. Wiggle your toes. Feel the seat below you. Move your shoulders and neck. Wiggle your fingers. Come back into your body and carry this peace with you throughout the day and the week. I hope you all enjoyed that calming meditation. Repeat it as many times as you need to throughout the day and the week. You can enjoy my other Monday morning meditations on the playlist. I would like to announce that Aunt Jen here, who is the reason why I meditate, we have been friends for 40 years, and she is a meditation master trained at the Chopra Center, and she will be live with me Wednesday morning to introduce her and all of the wonderful services she provides and her life's journey. And we will be going live regularly. So please subscribe to her channel for more incredible content. Lori, happy birthday. I'm so glad you were here. I'm glad all of you are here. I will be live tonight with Lady Shadow for Magical Mondays at 8:30 Eastern. We'll do some card pulls and Q&A. And again, Wednesday with Aunt Jen. And then I'll be traveling for a few days, but I do have some content coming out Thursday, I believe. So I'm glad you're all here. I look forward to seeing you guys tonight and on Wednesday. Enjoy my other content if you are, willing to do so. I hope you all have a wonderful and peaceful week. carry this peace in your heart. And remember, you always have a choice to change whatever's happening around you. You have a choice. It may take time to implement that plan, but you have a choice. You have personal autonomy and agency to make your life better at any time. And it's a process. Don't feel shame if you don't change your life in 5 seconds. It's a process. Okay. I'm sending love and peace and healing to everyone, and I will see you guys tonight. Thank you so much for being here. Have a wonderful day.